Okay, so what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you how to make quality scars, quality scratches, quality just effects with your fingers or any kind of wound for super cheap. I know when I was a kid, I would see like all of these people do all these cool effects videos, and I would always tell myself, man, if I had a lot of money, I could do that too. But if you have this, I'm going to show you a way to use this without having to use any other makeup, and it's going to look like a good scar. Okay? So, first, I use this one little metal tool that is not designed for this. It's just like a little multi-tool to just kind of peel this stuff out, because it comes out like this. You always want to get more than you need, because you always remove so much excess. So when you get it out, you kind of want to just move it around in your hands so that way it's less of a rock. Just kind of get it around. There you go. Now it's like a little mushy blob. Okay, so let's say we just want a scar across our hand, or we just want like a slit wrist. We're just going to go with the hand real quick, just to show. Now, you're going to need some Vaseline. Now, Vaseline goes a long way, but normally if you were going to use this for like scar wax or something, you would use very minimal. Here, you're going to use a little bit more than what you would think, okay? So it's like this. You take this, you want to make sure that your hands have a lot of little Vaseline on them, the one that you're not using. So here's your ball. Anytime you touch this with this, it's going to make it not stick. Okay? So you want to make sure you find where you want it. Okay? Using your Vaseline, you can push down like this, push down on the sides, and just kind of smooth it out. Okay? That's when you take the Vaseline and you keep stretching it. So you just continue to use that Vaseline on your fingers. If you need any more, grab some more, and you stretch out the areas. Now, kind of just stretch it out just to a normal degree. You don't go too far yet. You don't go too in depth. You just want to kind of make it to where this is the general idea. So you take your tool, okay, and you want to get in there and scar it, okay? Remember, you're going to have excess. So you get the scar going. Okay, here's the scratch. Here's the scar. Now, here is the important thing. Now you get more of your petroleum jelly, and you just start to press in and you blend. Just go around, you press it in. I kind of put my petroleum jelly or Vaseline right there. You just kind of keep pressing in, and what happens is it blends it in to your flesh. Any flesh, we're talking any color whatsoever. It blends it in because it makes it transparent. Okay. Now, sometimes you start to push it together. You just have to kind of pry it back away. So, let's even peel this back like this a little bit. Like I said, you're gonna have a lot of this that you're just not going to use. Okay. Notice I just keep going over, keep going around, and I'm blending it into my flesh. Sin wax. Okay. Some more of my petroleum jelly. Notice what's happening. So everybody's flesh underneath, see, that's why you don't have to worry about too much of the blending, because everybody's flesh underneath is this white weird pigment. Okay, now I know you want a rag to kind of mop it up. I'm going to use 2 hands here. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use just like a little sponge. It's like $1 for a whole bunch. A little sponge here. Just kind of wipe away the excess. The reason why I'm using a sponge is because you could dab it around and you kind of start to get a little extra skin texture there, so it's not completely smooth, and it's not going to quickly remove all of the sweat and petroleum jelly that you've created. So if you notice how it's looking already, so it blends in without having to use any kind of effects in any way. You're not having to be a good makeup artist or anything at all. Now you can use this effect for anything. Now keep in mind, if you go in and you want to start moving around, it's not going to work. Let's put a little blood in here. Add to everything. So I can't move my hand around. Let's take some of this petroleum jelly off me. Okay, so if you don't like certain areas, you can literally just grab some petroleum jelly and push. Make it go away. Okay? If it's too big, push it away. Push it down and just kind of make it go away. Watch. And you can just mess with things. Just kind of move it around. You didn't want it that wide? You want it that wide? What do you want? You know, just play with it. See what looks best. You don't always have to come into this with a idea. Play around and scare your family. You know, let's say we don't want it just to cut. Let's say we wanted it, you know what? I want it to look like a big gaping gash. Like something huge just happened. So let's peel it back. Now, the worst thing about effects is blending. I mean, if you watch any video about how you would make anything, I mean, we're talking any kind of special effect, it's all about blending. You're like, oh, the most important thing is you have to make it look, not just look real, but you have to blend it into the skin so that way, no matter what, it's going to look real. You know, the imperfections can still look real because it's blended in so perfectly. Well, here you go. I mean, this is blended in. You literally can't see the edges. And if you can see the edges at any point in time, you just take this and you pull. You stretch that edge out. Make the edge go further, and you make disappear. Notice how that's working. Literally all you have to do is buy some blood and sin wax and some petroleum jelly, which petroleum jelly is $1. This is like $4. And then, I mean, if you want little sponges, it's another $1. With $20, you can have enough sin wax, petroleum jelly, blood, and these to last all, well, I bought, let's see, I do special effects for movies, things like that. I bought the sin wax here, and I am still, I've used quite a bit, but I still have about that much left. This is like $7. I still have some. I still have a whole bunch. So notice, it's blended in. So as you see, it's blended. When it actually stops like there, because I've pulled it out so far. You notice it's there. It'll move with my skin. It's not just stuck there. Keep in mind, when you can mush it around. So this is good for, like, if say you're doing like a short film and you need just a close-up of like a good wound, like somebody cut themselves and you need that wound. There you go. Here you go. Let's say we wanted to make it heal, right? It's gonna look like it's been healing. All I'm doing is taking my finger and I'm kind of going over it now. Notice there's some blood here, which that's fine. That's fine. This wound is now going to look like it's been trying to heal. So now somebody's like, oh, your wound, how's your hand looking? Oh, it's healing. It's still healing. You always want to get that shine away. But, yeah. This is how you do it. Super cheap, make it look good. It's super simple, super cheap, super easy. Now, if you want to see how to remove it, keep in mind to also help remove it, you're going to have to use some more petroleum jelly, because it's going to be a little sticky. It's going to be pretty sticky. So I always just get some good amount of petroleum jelly in there. And just, alright, scrape it away. That's how you scrape it off your skin right here. I actually remember the first time I ever accidentally stumbled upon this. Nobody taught me this. I stumbled upon using sin wax here. That's how much was just blended into my skin and pushed to the sides. You could reuse this. Now keep in mind, it's going to be red, but you can reuse it for something else. So I always save it. But I remember the first time I ever used it, I accidentally had it just all over my arm because I was using it as a bone, and as I was going, it actually got smooshed and pushed into my arm. And I tried to keep getting it off, and what happened? It turned into this weird funk all over my arm. And it got me thinking. I said, hold on, can I use this? And in what way can it be utilized in special effects? And lo and behold, it works better than scar wax. It works better than a lot of other things. You just have to know how to push it around, how to make it transparent and everything like that, okay? So this video has gotten a little too long, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video to show you a little bit more tricks and techniques to use with that, and then I'll show you something that you can do more with scar wax.